7 part of when your obsessive best friend kidnaps you. His dark obsession. Author point of view. Call him and I will end it here. He was fuming in anger and you were scared that all the efforts of months will be ruined if he flipped this moment. Any triggered action could be dangerous for him. Taehyung. I said call him. Jimin. Jumping at Jimin, he pressed the gun at his forehead. Yan, please, Taehyung. With teary eyes, you came in between them. His eyes were dangerously dark. You put your hand at his chest, where his heart was beating furiously. Please, listen us first, please. You were slightly rubbing your hand. Then you hugged him, trying to ease his mind. Jan, no one played with you. Please trust us. After minutes of efforts, you calmed down him, Jimin, and you explained what happened. Taehyung didn't seem much convinced. He was just controlling himself. After becoming a father, he is now always anxious about his child's safety. Da, I can't afford to fail as a father. He forcibly sat him down on the couch and joined him. Yan, Taehyung, you are the best father. Jimmy was standing like a guilty person. Yan, hey, don't be sad. I understand you. He held Jimin's hand and pulled him to the other side of yours. He just silently sat there. He had already explained himself, but Taehyung didn't respond much. Sitting in between them, you were holding their hands in yours. Jan, Jimin, what happened wasn't your fault. You tried to ease the stiffness of atmosphere, but Taehyung pulled back his hand. Jimin, Taehyung, I never meant to hurt you. Taehyung stood and walked out. You followed him to your shared bedroom. Yan, Taehyung, didn't we explain you enough? Just leave me alone. He yelled, and you hurriedly shut the door. Your baby was in other room with caretaker. Shan, no, I will not. Why? When you left me out in your secrets, then what are you doing here? His veins at neck were popping out as he looked extremely furious and hurt. He held you with your arms. Why you didn't tell me? Jan, we wanted to sort this out. His grip was firm, but didn't hurt. Still, your voice was so low, dipped in fear. Shards pricked in his eyes at the sight of your fearful, teary eyes. He stepped back. Just go. His voice was calm yet painful. You didn't move even an inch. Jan, I cannot go. So you prefer to stay like this? He pointed at your state. His sarcasm hurt you. He did feel that you were afraid of him flipping. Da, I am doing well from the last 7 months, but you are still scared that I might. Yan, no, Taehyung, your heart twisted, seeing him like a lonely person. Da, that is why you didn't tell me about Jimin. He was few steps away, and you ran to him. Yan, I love you, Taehyung. Wrapping your arms around his neck, you looked into his eyes. Yan, you are misunderstanding this. Him not hugging you back made you shed more tears. Da, weren't you afraid that I might hurt Jimin? You shake your head in a no. Yan, we just didn't want to worry you. Moreover, he is Jimin's father. It's tough for him too. I wanted to give him time so that he could share it with you. He attached his forehead with yours. Da, I don't know what I am feeling. It's confusing. Yan, I know. He is my friend, more than my family. His father, my parents. I don't know how to react and what to do. You whipped away his tears and, Jan, we will go through this together. He nodded and protectively hugged you. Da, I will talk to him and, craning your neck, you looked at him. Da, I am really sorry for yelling at you. You smiled. Your face neck turned red. Jan, now move away. Da, why? You writhed in his arms. When, Da, do you know how much beautiful you are? Your throat dried and eyes rolled to the back of your head. Da, let me tell you. Minutes ago he was raging, and now he was obviously. Your body didn't let you resist when he picked you up. Everything about this man was breathtaking for you. Duh. It seems like it's been ages since I felt you. Jan, it was just 2 days ago. Holding his hand, you gulped down the lump in your throat. Jan, first go and talk to Jimin. Duh. We can do that later. He was annoyed at the break, cuffing your hands in his. Jan, he must be hurt, taehyung. Ja, we are friends, princess. I will apologize to him. He was guilty that he pulled out gun at his friend, but he was too clouded with pain, and he was sure that he will make up for that. But right now, he had no plan of letting you go. Jean, you are too stubborn. He smirked before and claimed you his. The movement of his hand stopped when you both heard a car's voice. Jean, I think Jimin went out. Jihang's eyes narrowed, and the next moment he was running out of the room with his shirt in his hand. With stumbling steps he entered in the lounge where earlier he left Jimin, but he wasn't there now. Taehyung rubbed his chest. A tightening feeling was clutching his heart. You also came after him. Yan. What is it, Taehyung? He didn't answer you and grabbed his car keys. Yan, where are you going? Now his attitude was worrying you. Jimin, I need to stop him. Yan, what? We can call him. I am leaving. He was already crossing the exit. He left for his friend. He thought that he only cares for his child, but a mere thought of losing his friend was killing him. You dialed Jimin's number, but he didn't pick up. Jan, what is happening? It was a luxurious mansion that was describing the richness of its owner. A black car stopped with a screeching sound of tires. Jimin came out of the car, and a man sitting in the lawn turned to look at him. Mr. Kim, my son. He happily stepped forward but stopped when Jimin took out a. Jimin, don't come any closer. Mr. Kim, you are still upset with me, Jimin. Jimin, don't even take my name. He was looking like a broken, enraged man. Leaving the pavement, he stepped on the boundary of lawn. I just want you to come to me. I want to spend my life with my family and. Jimin laughed sarcastically. Jimin, do you even know the meaning of this word? You don't. He didn't care if his words hurt his father or not. He himself was more hurt. Jimin, you only know how to hurt others. You killed Taehyung's parents. You are a loser. Now you want me back? He wasn't just yelling. He was dropping venom. You lost me years ago, and now, when I am living my life, you want to ruin it too. His eyes were pouring out every drop of what he was feeling. Jimin, I was happy without you. You destroyed it. You destroyed my happiness. His father was standing with an expressionless face. Jimin, why you came back? Just die. He threw the gun at his father that fell down after hitting his head, leaving a scratch mark. Another car arrived and Taehyung came out. He instantly spotted Jimin and ran to him. Jimina! He fell on his knees and Taehyung followed him. Are you okay? He wasn't looking okay. With bruised face and teary eyes, he was looking in pain to the extent of shattering heart. Putting his hands on the grass, he started crying loudly. Taehyung embraced him. Da, don't do this, my friend. Don't kill me like this. The rain started pouring, and a strong young man was crying, mixing his tears with rain. Everyone standing there drenched, but nobody seemed to care. Let's go home. Jimin and Taehyung both jammed at their places when a loud firing sound echoed. They looked at the figure falling to the ground. Hey, no! Taehyung crawled to his uncle, who was lying with open eyes at the right side of his head. No! His devastated voice roared along with heavy rain, while Jimin didn't move an inch. Still at his place, he was looking at the streaming away with rainwater. His father left. He asked him to die and he died. He left him alone. Was that the way of proving himself a father? His son expressed a wish and he proved his love by giving his life. To be continued. I will upload next part soon. Thank you so much for your love and support. Stay safe and healthy. Love you, Ami.